Ever since MrBeast was added to Fortnite in Chapter 4, I've been looking back at some of my other favorite YouTubers who've made appearances in video games. Sometimes, when we play a game in our free time, we stumble across a familiar voice or character. Let's check out a few influencers who have appeared in video games. Jacksepticeye. When you hear an Irish accent in a video game context, there's a high likelihood that voice belongs to Jacksepticeye. The Irish YouTuber began making content in 2012 and has amassed almost 16 billion views and nearly 30 million subscribers since then. As if his viewership wasn't enough, Jack has also started the Top of the Morning coffee company and a clothing brand collaboration with fellow YouTuber Markiplier named Cloak. When you make those kinds of waves making video game content on the internet, game developers are sure to take notice. He first appeared in PewDiePie Legend of the Bro Fist in 2015, as himself of course, but the influencer has also lent his voice to a number of other projects. One of his most notable roles is Sean Flynn in Bendy and the Ink Machine, an Irish foreman of the game's Heavenly Toys toy-making company. Jack, who his real name is Sean, brings Sean the character's devious sense of humor to life in his audio logs that appear in Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3. Look, I know it makes sense when you can read the words. Sean and Sean sound the same. Like, you don't even know what Sean I'm talking about right now when I talk about the Sean that Sean's. He also voices several characters in Monster Prom, Godai in River City Girls, and Marcus Brickley from the viral horror game Poppy Playtime. If you're too scared to play that last one, not me though, I'm super brave, just know that Jack's performance is great. I definitely know that. I definitely played the game. ProZD. By now, you've probably heard Songwon Show's work in some form. The voice actor known as ProZD began his career on Tumblr in 2012, but exploded in popularity with his viral cover of Let It Go from the movie Frozen, which he sang in the voice of Goofy. ProZD has been an unstoppable force in the voice acting world since then, having voiced characters in shows like One Piece, Adventure Time, and Genlock, while also regularly creating content for YouTube. While his TV credits are definitely impressive, and he has almost 4 million subscribers on YouTube, we're here to talk about the games. Since 2014, ProZD has been featured in nearly 40 of them. His first big break was voicing Zeus in the Greek mythology-themed indie side-scroller Apotheon, but later went on to appear in a few games alongside our previous entry to this list, Jacksepticeye. The two can be heard in both Monster Prom and River City Girls. ProZD has been on a tear since 2017, appearing in several games every year. He's a master voice artist who is able to morph his vocal cords into different characters, but you've probably noticed him in Borderlands 3 as a Vault Hunter Flack, Shadow Warrior 3 as Zilla, or maybe even Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes as the burly pink-haired warrior Holst. His most recent role was the delightful world tree-tending Ratatoskr in God of War Ragnarok, a role which he also provided motion capture and writing assistance for, and that's just the cherry on top. Alanah Pearce. Alanah Pearce has always been involved in the video game industry in some form. She began her career in game journalism and YouTube content creation in her home country of Australia around 2012, but found the opportunities in the realm of video games there to be lacking, so she moved to the US in 2015. Since then, she has worked for IGN and Rooster Teeth as a games journalist and currently works for Sony's Santa Monica studio as a writer. She also hosts several podcasts on her YouTube channel. Pearce most notably contributed to the writing of God of War Ragnarok. When your life revolves around video games and video game news, you jump at any opportunity to lend your voice to any project that comes up. I would also do the same, so I cannot blame Alanah for being no different. So I was being honest about that. If anybody needs like an additional voice from like a cute little robot, or I can do other voices. Aside from her contributions to God of War Ragnarok, she has also made appearances in Gears 5, Night School Studios After Party, and Cyberpunk 2077. Her Cyberpunk role is especially exciting as she lent her likeness in addition to voice work for the character Lana. This particular cameo is exclusive to the Nomad life path, so not all players will get to see her on their first try. If you're playing as a Nomad, make sure you take the side job These Boots Are Made for Walkin' in Act 2. This will ensure you get to have a tense interaction with the Australian game journalist arguing about her car. And just to set the record straight, I absolutely sold her the car. Besides, I don't really know how to drive with these. LilyPichu. LilyKey has made a name for herself on the internet as a multi-talented content creator under the name of LilyPichu. She first entered the spotlight in 2011 with her viral parody song I'll Quit LOL on YouTube. She has since gone on to make even more music and creates content as part of offline TV, and she also streams games like League of Legends and Valorant on her Twitch and YouTube channels. Well, technically just on YouTube now. She signed an exclusivity deal in July of 2022, so she streams to her 3 million subscribers there exclusively. Despite her long career online, LilyPichu only began voice acting in 2020. She's appeared in quite a few English dubs of anime, but her video game voice work is even more impressive. LilyPichu can be heard as the lazy ninja with a height complex, Sayu, in Genshin Impact. This master slacker's dreary, tired voice makes her endearing, while her anemo powers and the mastery of the Yuhu arts make her incredibly fun to play. Most ninjas are known for being sneaky and attacking with daggers or kunai, but Sayu instead prefers to wield a claymore that's almost double her size. LilyPichu's voice work really drives home the effort Sayu puts into her attacks, with powerful huffs and grunts bringing the character to life. Oh, and yawns. A lot of yawns. The Skyrim Grandma. Shirley Curry is not like the other content creators on this list. Yes, she makes content regularly for her YouTube channel, with over 1 million subscribers, mind you, but Shirley is, let's say, of a higher level. The currently 86-year-old content creator had an epic entire career before the internet. She was a secretary, a sales associate at Kmart, and an employee at a candy factory before she retired in 1991 at the age of 55. Her son taught her how to play Civilization II in 1996 as a means of passing the time, and she took a shine to gaming as a whole. She joined YouTube in 2011 to watch video game content and threw her own hat into the ring 4 years later in 2015 when she uploaded her own gameplay of Skyrim. Now she has a loyal following of 1.15 million subscribers on the service and has earned the admiration of the entire Skyrim community. To show their love, a group of developers called the Circantolius team developed a mod for Skyrim that effectively puts Shirley in the game. It's called Shirley, a Skyrim follower mod, and she even recorded lines for it. But that's not all. The Skyrim Grandma has also caught the attention of Bethesda themselves, and the Elder Scrolls developer has announced an official collaboration with Shirley. And if you're a fan of Shirley Curry, you can expect to hear her wholesome voice in Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out. Egoraptor. The Skyrim Grandma has definitely been around the longest, but Arin Hanson has had the longest internet career of anyone on this list. Hanson, also known as Egoraptor, has been making content as early as 2004, when he released his Final Fantasy VII Flash spoof to DeviantArt. After that, he created the awesome series on Sequelitis web series for Newgrounds and co-founded the Game Grumps Let's Play channel on YouTube. As Egoraptor became more popular across the internet, he developed a healthy voice acting career. He's been in many games going back to 2009's mobile survival horror game Minigore, but he's been in much more prominent games since then. He serves as an executive producer as well as the voice of Joseph for Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. He appears in Monster Prom and River City Girls alongside his contemporaries Jacksepticeye and ProZD, and he is Mancubus Bloodtooth in Borderlands 3. CohhCarnage. Ben Cassell is a full-time Twitch streamer better known by his handle, CohhCarnage. He's been streaming since 2013 and primarily covers RPGs and strategy games. He was attending Full Sail University to study game design at the time, but his streaming career took off so much that he dropped out and has been a highly successful streamer ever since. He loves streaming so much that he is known for streaming 2,000 days straight before taking a single day off on April 7th, 2019. His dedication to his craft is undeniable, and his love of gaming has not gone unnoticed. After voicing quite a bit of excitement for Cyberpunk 2077 in the months leading up to its release, and there were many months leading up to its release, the developers at CD Projekt Red reached out and offered him a role in the game. CohhCarnage's face and voice can be experienced in Cyberpunk 2077 if you encounter Gary the Prophet, the rambling homeless man and cult leader in Little China. He can be heard shouting random conspiracy theories to passerby, including the thought that Arasaka might be full of vampires, which he might not be too far off on. If you sit through all the nonsense, you'll also get a side mission. Cohh has quite a few voice lines, and his delivery of each one is more dedicated and loud than you might think. PrestonPlayz. We've reached the end of our list, but an honorary mention goes to the absolutely massive YouTuber PrestonPlayz. This content creator's subscriber count has exploded to over 50 million across his several channels and has come to be known for his pranks and Minecraft content. Now, Preston hasn't technically appeared in a video game yet. However, he has appeared in a movie based on a video game, so we're gonna say it counts. If you have extra sharp eagle eyes, you might have spotted Preston in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, in the scene where Tom Wachowski is playing volleyball and losing badly, and his teammates look on at his sad attempt. Standing in the middle of that team is Preston in all of his glory. He doesn't have any lines and he's only on screen for a few short seconds, but how many creators on this list can say they were in a movie with Jim Carrey and a blue CGI talking hedgehog? Fun fact, one of the other extras on that team actually works at the hotel they filmed at and was offered the chance to join them during filming. And that's our full list. If you know of any other YouTubers who have crossed over to appear in their games, let us know by commenting below.